What is up, guys? Tom here. Welcome back to a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video where today I'm going to be talking about the Brecci, whatever you want to call it, shotgun in Black Ops 3. Now, before we do get into the video, I have got a sore throat right now. I don't know if you can tell, but that's why I don't sound kind of the same as usual. So if I'm not kind of talking as loudly and it's harder for you to hear me, I'm sorry, that is why. But today we're going to be talking about the Brecci, I'm going to call it, shotgun in Black Ops 3, which recently got a buff alongside the Vesper, which soon after got a nerf. Now, the Brecci didn't get a nerf. Now, before this kind of buff, the Brecci was probably the most used shotgun, but there was also kind of an equal amount of people using the Haymaker, the KRM, the Argus, or like the kind of usual, like just shotguns in general, I suppose. But after this buff, well, the Brecci's always been the best kind of shotgun. Uh, but after this buff, the Brecci is being overused. Everybody is using the Brecci. Even some people who like to play with submachine guns and assault rifles just now use the Brecci. Uh, Now I can understand that this gun is extremely OP. Now, if you give this gun, put it into the hands of a really good Black Ops 3 player, say a pro, or just say a really good like public match player, so somebody who's good at Call of Duty in general, you give it to them, they will they'll just wipe the floor with everybody in that public lobby with the Brecci, depending on the map, obviously. If it's a map like Nuketown, the opposition won't stand a chance. He'll just wreck them. But that's not the only thing. You give this player to some noob who has played Halo all his life, he can also do well with this gun. That is the problem. You can understand if you kind of, if a gun's hard to use, but if you use it right, it can be very good. It's a rewarding kind of weapon. You can understand that. It can only really be used by skillful players, which is similar to kind of how the Banshee, I said in a previous video, which was quite a while ago now, about how the Banshee isn't a good gun if it's put into the hands of a noob, but if put into the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing, it can be a very powerful weapon. The Brecci on the other hand, as I just said, is not. It can be used by anybody. It can be used by the potatoiest potato the world has ever seen, and they can still go positive even if they've never played the game before. I swear to God, that may be a slight exaggeration, but you know what I mean. This gun is crazy how good this thing is. And it's, like I said, it's not hard to use. All you need to do is stick gung ho on. You can even have no attachments. Never mind if you've got the likes of rapid fire and long barrel. All you need to do is run around and hip fire, and you will win every gunfight at close range, unless you are the potatoist potato, the potatoist. I don't know where I'm going here, but you know, if you're seriously bad, then you're not going to win a gunfight at close range. But you see, the thing is, this gun is only used, like I said, by people. I feel as if this gun is only used by people who really want to annoy you. Now, this is no joke. There is somebody watching probably who can back me up on this. A couple of days ago, or a day ago as I'm making this, I was in a lobby with a whole party of 6 people on the other team who were all using War Machine. That's right, all using War Machine, one of the most annoying specialists in the whole game, who were also all using Brecci's on Nuketown. That was hell on earth. Seriously, That was one of the worst games of Black Ops 3 I've ever played. You know, you start off with the Cuda. It's just like, okay, let's see how we can do. You get absolutely destroyed by these Breccies. What do? You're going to fight fire with fire, aren't you? Somebody's going to be an idiot. You be an idiot back, don't you? You get out your Brecci, and you still fail miserably. Why? Why can I not use this Brecci? I am not a potato. I am not the potatoiest potato ever. But I cannot. I swear to God, I struggle to use the Brecci. I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe something to do with how I'm not that much of an idiot, I suppose you could say, to use the Brecci. I'm not that sly. I'm just not sly enough. I'm just not kind of like bad enough to use the Brecci. I swear to God. The Brecci is only really used by people who struggle to play the game. Now, you see, the thing is, I come across quite a lot of Black Ops 3 players who can only play the game using the Brecci. Now, great, yeah, you can play the game well, but don't overuse the Brecci. Do not. People just completely abuse it like crazy. And, see, this would have never happened if Treyarch had not have buffed it, but they did. But then they nerfed the Vesper, which was nowhere near as bad, but kept the Brecci. I'm really hurting my voice right now, by the way. I ain't complaining as much about this stupid gun, but they nerfed the Vesper. Not even that bad. Plus, the nerf wasn't even that good. It's still pretty sick. But I used the Vesper quite a lot, so I'm not really complaining. But the Brecci, come on, Vondi. I know it's like your last Call of Duty and all that, but let's not start slacking now. This Brecci needs to be nerfed right now, literally. If I get into a game of Black Ops 3 Nuketown, I'm probably going to leave, because I know exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be Brecci. That game with all war machines has completely ruined my opinion on Black Ops 3. It told me, oh my god, look at this game. It's full of people using the Brecci. Whoa. The most skillful players on Black Ops 3 using the Brecci. No, I just don't get what's going through the people who work at Treyarch's minds. Like, oh, whoa, we can give these people a Brecci. Whoa. No, don't nerf it. I have a feeling it's because they thought shotguns were underused. There's a big kind of quick scoping community and sniping community, obviously. Most general Black Ops 3 players use automatic weapons, SMGs, ARs, and LMGs. Who uses the shotguns? Not really too many people. I see, by making the Brecci so good, what have they done? Made everybody use shotguns. I don't know, that's maybe a slight exaggeration, but there's still a hell of a lot more people using shotguns than there were, and this thing just needs to be buffed. Because, if I'm honest, it's just the most overpowered thing. Now, I know sometimes having the power to nerf and buff guns whenever they feel the need to is a very good kind of feature to have, and I'm happy that that's kind of like a power that Treyarch have, but only when they're using it to like do the right things for the right cause. But they're not. They're using it to buff the Brecci, for God's sake. Anyway, I'm really hurting my voice right now by getting annoyed over this Brecci. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate it if you have enjoyed. I really appreciate it. I've just said really appreciate it, and now I've said it a third time. But I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up on this video, and obviously like if you agree with me and you agree that the Brecci needs to stop. It just needs to be nerfed because it's ruining the game, I swear to God. But anyway, if you are new, I really appreciate it if you could subscribe. And I've been Tom, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.